In 2000, a few students decided to organize a beach party. Well, 4 years later, that beach party has turned into a massive festival that attracts tens of thousands of people from all over Europe. I'm, of course, talking about the Exit Festival in Serbia. It's probably one of the best festivals in Europe, not only because of the amazing music talent, but also because of the political and social aspects to it. This year, Exit has teamed up with MTV's campaign to end the exploitation and trafficking of women in Europe. The festival was held in Serbia's second largest city, Novi Sad. But where is that?
If you can find a Danube River somewhere in Germany and jump into the river and flow down the river some 1,000 kilometers, you will find Novi Sad on the bank of River Danube, and we'll get you out of the water and we'll put you here.
After the history that Serbia's had in the past year, it's actually really amazing to see that they've put something together like this.
I'd never even heard of it before we got asked to do it, so didn't know what to expect really.
They're still celebrating their sort of newfound freedom, I guess.
The audience were amazing.
They're just mad for it. I think that they just make, you know, I don't think they see as much of what's going on as maybe the rest of Europe hasn't had the opportunity to get some of the acts over here that a lot of the rest of Europe has.
People in Serbia love parties, and people are happy now because of the situation that we have here.
This festival is nice and very nice.
They just told us it was like 4 or 5 years old. It's like the 5th year, I believe, or something like that. And that's all we really heard about it. We was like, okay, we'll go. Serbia, cool.
And very nice. Nice.
It's very cool, very positive. The crowd vibe, the organization, you know, chaotic, but in a good way.
The Eastern European just go bananas. I mean, you got to see it later on.
We came all the way from Mountain to Rock for you tonight. Somebody scream! Are you feeling insane?
I think it's more fresh here. I think they're less jaded and cynical, and it's more enthusiasm. And they're also a lot better looking.
All the guys were kind of hoping you'd come to the interview wearing what you wore on stage.
God, no.
What makes this such an amazing event is that it proves that music and fun can go hand in hand with serious issues.
Right now we're in a place which has all sorts of problems, so trafficking is of course one of them, yeah.
Up to 500,000 people are trafficked into the EU every year. Most are women who are promised good jobs in Western Europe by criminals, but instead are forced into prostitution.
These countries in Southeastern Europe are, if I can say, infected by trafficking.
And the money that sort of the business that's generated is between $7 and $13 billion from trafficking. I mean, you think, well, how does that happen?
It's like a dark cloud over Eastern Europe, to be truthful. There seems to be so many young Eastern European girls appearing in the UK and Western Europe for all the wrong reasons.
Traffickers often use rape, torture, and other forms of physical and mental violence to make illegal profits off their victims.
It's shocking, really, and I think that as a woman and as a mother of children, you know, when you start looking at the figures, how exposed particular women and children are, it's frightening, and I think that you're doing a really good thing because the awareness has to be raised.
Victims often are physically held against their will or made to stay by threats made by traffickers against their family back home.
In all the European countries, England, Italy, France, Germany, Spain, wherever, a lot of men are paying for sort of like illegal sex with sort of women and underage women as well, and that is absolutely terrifying. I find that unbelievable, and it's really depressing, to be honest.
To come together like this, we all need it, but also to do it in the cause of something else.
Year 2003, we opened the exit. And this year, we're supposed to open exit again. So I guess it makes us, I don't know, experts in opening of the festivals.
Year 2000. There was three of us who started it. It was year 2000, it was during the Milosevic time. And that year festival was free festival. It lasted for 100 days. And it was some kind of rebellion against the regime at that time.
Now, since MTV got involved, there is that trafficking issue, which is going to be connected with the Exit Festival this year. It's not easy to plan, organize, conduct thing. This is huge as the Exit Festival is, and don't forget it's Serbia and Novi Sad we're talking about. This is the environment and the society where a lot of issues are not being taken care of.
It's like when you are sailing a ship in the storm, and there are a lot of and you know, it's a large wind, huge waves and everything, and you need to keep crew together, and you need to, you know, get ship through the storm.
It's quite exceptional. I don't think I've ever come across people who can put something together so quickly.
From outside, the ship is just great, and you know that everything is breaking down in the middle, but everybody say, oh, what a great ship. Some brick will not be on its place, and maybe some billboard will not be on its place, but the main program will go, and everything will run just smoothly.
I'm not sleeping for the past 15 days for this to happen.
It's an old fortress, 17th century, I think. Really huge and big and unknown.
Petrovaradinska tvrđava.
Tower, Petrovaradin Tower.
What is that? This is the most beautiful thing.
This is the brand of Novi Sad, Petrovaradin Tower.
Like Eiffel Tower, it's in Paris, that
Petrovaradin Tower in Novi Sad, here.
Location, I think, is perfect. I just hope the people won't destroy it, you know.
Chan chan make the wicked dem run. Chan chan make we bundle Bobby roll. Chan chan make the wicked dem run. Run, run, yes, the money I go run. Watch the tables, them I turn, going back to where I belong. Run, run, yes, the money I go run. Right.
Breathtaking 17th century fortress.
The Exit team is doing their best, I guess, to promote Exit around Serbia and the region, as well as since MTV got involved this year around Europe.
We are happy we have it here in our town. So the Novi Sad is one of the, you know, everybody's gonna know about us in whole Europe.
When you go to any big city in the world, when you see a Rastafarian man or someone very weirdly dressed or something like that, It's not normal to see it here, but it's really normal there. So I think Novi Sad becomes one of the biggest world cities during Exit Festival.
For the business is excellent. I mean, obviously you get like 50, 60,000 people walking around the city. They're bound to spend some money, so it's great.
4 years.
4 years.
Exit lives in our town and
in our hearts.
Yeah,
in our minds and our souls.
Yes.
Because it's the first of the festivals that brings other artists and something more than music. Yeah. Iggy Pop, for example, he's coming this year. He's one of the musicians that is in the hearts of many generations.
We are the fucking Stooges! Come on, Stooges! Stooges! I'm so messed up, I want you here.
It's crazy. This is the main stage, but there are about a million other stages just tucked away in this massive fortress. There's a Latino stage, a Jamaican reggae stage, progressive. Anything you want, they've got it here.
You can listen all kind of music you want to hear, and it's fantastic.
Do you know how many stages they have here? 2?
About 15.
Well, apparently there's loads, but I can only find 2 of them.
12 stages, I think.
I think it's something like 15. 4.
21.
You're killing me, boy.
But where? There's that one through the tunnel there, and there's that one there.
I don't know if I could do all 21, but I'll see what I can do, man.
The blues and jazz stage, DJ arena, progressive stage.
You have punk rockers listening to country music. It's really cool.
There's the dance, there's the main stage.
Future Shock stage. Latino stage.
There's some kind of ragged stage, which I don't know what it's called.
Jamaican reggae stage.
Reggae stage, Jamaican stage. Roots and Flowers stage. Deep Down and Dirty as well. They play a lot of breakbeat music and drum and bass, jungle and stuff like that, which is music that I like. This song is dedicated to the campaign. Watch it.
In a lot of places, metal is seen a lot like non-intelligent music, you know, and I don't think that's true at all. I think a lot of great bands and musicians and fans come from metal area, you know. It's just had that cliche that they're just, you know, into drugs, Satan worship and stuff like that. There's a part of it is like that, but today there's so much more.
Everybody make some noise! Voila! Put your hands in the sky! Come on! Beautiful! through. Call for your backup team. Wait for your crew. Come on, that one flippin'. Keep it next one flippin'. Put your back when you're slippin'. Come on. What is that 22? Come from when the bullet passed through my lung. I lost my breath, I'm windy. You been hit by something that wasn't intended. I get that dirt, I want dirt. A nigga like me, someone done take a number. Someone let the get home. Let the get home. Someone let the get home. Let the get home. Let the get home. Let the get home. Oh yeah. Boom. 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 Had a bad dream, woke up in a casket. Never can't even get back as a bastard. Bullshit. This pine box ain't strong enough to contain the afro rock. Heard up the bell ring, now got the drink. What the fuck's up with the funny red beat? Pointing out together, got no strategy, but now got a dark chair coming at me. Damn, I feel numb. Where did that shotgun blast come from? Someone let the get home. Get home. Let the shit. Let the get home. Let the get home. Let the shit.
Because young people in southeastern Europe are a great threat from traffickers, hundreds of trained youth volunteers raised awareness at the festival about trafficking and sexual exploitation.
Everybody thinks it won't happen to me, no way. But I think they're not aware enough.
There was a girl from Novi Sad who was a victim of trafficking. She was 17 years old and her boyfriend sold her. The media told us that she was somewhere in Kosovo. We don't know where she is.
The volunteers showed festival goers how to protect themselves from trafficking and how to separate real opportunities abroad from the lies of criminals.
There are many cases of human trafficking in Yugoslavia, in Kosovo, in Albania.
This is happening right here beside us.
I think all we can do is spread the awareness. You have to look at the people who are perpetrating the crime. Do you know what I mean? Over here, the people who are getting through to people, who are basically influencing young people. How are they doing that? How are they getting to these people? Do you know, that's crazy. Do you know what I mean? It means everyone's got to be involved in making sure that doesn't happen.
Traffickers take advantage of the hopes and dreams of young women by placing false ads for work or study abroad in newspapers or approach women in cafes and clubs. Criminals will pay friends, even boyfriends, to help them traffic their victims.
Young people can be tickled by messages about good jobs abroad, and everyone wants to go abroad from around here.
Often when things appear too good to be true, they quite often are. So when your mate gets offered a sudden modelling contract in Italy, it's like maybe look into it.
No matter where you are in Europe, this is an issue which affects you.
I think it's a frightening thing that's happening, and I think that people need to wake up to it and start to do something about it instead of ignoring what's going on.
The Exit Festival is good for young people or all people to learn about traffic.
This song is dedicated to the MTV campaign to end exploitation and trafficking. Only double A, thinking triple X. Only double A, thinking triple X. Only double A, thinking triple X. Only double A, excuse me, but
you live in the city, you mind your own business. What you see you don't see. Yeah, but some people, they always see. They never mind their own business. You move to that country, you live in that
You avoid all wickedness when you check it at my spyglass. They want to know Rasta business. Spa-da-da-dee-da, spa-da-da-da, spa-da-da-dee-da,
We want to dedicate Black Cherry to the MTV campaign to end exploitation and trafficking.
How can it be? I can taste you now. How can I see when you're everything? All the world in one grain of sand, and I've blown it. Oh, my world in one grain of sand, and you own it. Black cherry, black cherry, stone. Black cherry, black cherry. Hearing you say I could die. Tremble and stop. Just remind
Time for a quick break, but when we return, we'll have loads more action from Exit 2004.
Some people even don't cross the bridge to go to see the festival. They just stay here. They're having fun here. They're enjoying. What more can they want?
The highlight, I think, is hanging out with the guys in the camp. You know, I mean, the concerts are really good, but we met some musicians and stuff, and we've been playing with them, and just meeting people from different countries.
It's cool. No, everything's fine. Just toilets.
This is a part of Exit, big part of Exit camp.
Shit is flowing around. The water is flowing around. The sewer is dumped. I don't know what.
The hygiene is a bit low, but it's okay. I mean, it's just for 4 days.
But everything else is fantastic.
Have you slept in the past 4 days?
For a few hours and in the sun, and yeah, it's not nice, but it's okay. I think we will survive and come back again next year.
Oh, the glamour. Well, anyway, I've been promising superstar DJs all night, and it's now time to deliver. So let's see what the DJs had to say when they popped into my little MTV tent.
It's a communication, it's an interaction. I love what I do. You know, when I'm out there and I'm seeing the people motivated, you know, I'm jumping around with them.
They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut.
They've not had the whole 15 years of house that we've had. It's all like very new, so they just love it. They're very like it was for us in the early days. So
it's good to see, you know, dance music getting a face again. I want to see Way Out West because it's their first full live tour where they have like a drummer and a singer. I mean, they have everybody on stage. It's going to be fantastic.
It's like a band thing and not a DJ thing. So it's very scary for me.
people have kind of OD'd a bit on the pop idols and boys and girl band. You know what I mean? That whole syndrome. And I think it just, you know, everything goes in around and around in sort of cycles and circles. And I think that to me, it just feels like we're kind of on the verge of some really great things happening.
They're not necessarily like drug fiends, they're just there having a good time and they're friendly and approachable and there's just been no tension at all.
I'm playing at 6:30 in the morning, so hopefully they're still standing up, you know, that would be great.
Well, you are playing at the biggest DJ stage in Europe. Are you excited about that?
You can't not be, really, can it?
Is it true that you started out DJing at weddings and bar mitzvahs?
Yeah. The mayor of my hometown was just asking me if I'm going to be able to play on the, don't laugh, on the pig party. It's called pig party, and I live in a village of 70 people on the countryside. I refused it and said, guys, I don't want to, you know, bother you too much with that sort of sound. You're not going to understand it. So I'm going to come for a couple of beers, but maybe I bring, you know, like a Bon Jovi CD or something that fits.
I've realised actually this year, I used to say I like playing small crowds and I like playing big crowds. And I like that diversity, but I think I actually like playing big crowds better.
Do you have any tips for like festivals and stuff like that?
Make sure you take a mobile phone so you can find out where your mates are at the end.
Yeah, that's usually important. Isn't
Yeah, and go and see the best band, obviously.
Everybody okay? You sure you wanna be with me? I've nothing to give. Don't lie and say this love it's best. Don't leave us in emotional pace. Take a walk and take a rest. Now take a rest.
I seen you digging a hole in your neighborhood. You're crazy, but you're lazy. No need to live in a lean-to. Your troubles must be seen to. There's money and there's paper. With faces I remember. I drink on a daily basis, though it seldom cools my temper. It never cools my temper.
You're walking through the suburbs, you're not exactly lovers, you're a couple. Especially when your body's double duplicate and then you wait for the next QA.
To give, now take a walk, take a rest, taste the rest. You sure you wanna be with me? Nothing to give, now take a walk, take a rest, taste the rest.
Don't wanna be on top of your list. Monopoly and properly kissed. We overcome in 60 seconds with the strength we have together. But for now, emotional ties they set. But when we trust the big treats and when we're funk we're happy.
Crazy, you see I'm Swayze. You're digging a hole in your neighborhood. You're crazy, but you're lazy. You must be lazy.
I seen ya. Don't wanna be on top of your list. Monopoly and properly kissed.
Deflowering my baby. I eat my baby, mate. I must be crazy. You know I'm lazy.
Deflowering my baby, I eat my baby, mate, I must be crazy.
I see you Swayze.
Jamaica and no more.
Thank you. We are very happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. We're very happy to be here. Thanks for having us here tonight. It's a real pleasure.
I think this festival is great because it's in its early stages. It has a political agenda, because festivals should have a political agenda.
The massive traffic of people, of girls from around the world, and particularly in Eastern Europe, being shipped around the world and exploited, and it's like, well, what can we do about it? And I guess it's like just create awareness, talk about it.
I think it's great that MTV and Exit Festival have understood it and are standing up and saying something about it, so well done.
I think music is always a very powerful and, you know, a way of communicating things that should never be underestimated.
Yeah, music is definitely a way to raise awareness. You know, I think music brings all kinds of people together, people that wouldn't normally get together or listen to anybody. I think it's got a certain thing in the air, man. It just, everybody comes together and people lend an ear to it. I don't know how they're going to react upon it, but they'll definitely lend an ear to it.
Well, that's it from us. We've had some fantastic music, met some great people, and have managed to combine all that fun with an important campaign. So I guess you'll all agree when I say that Exit 2004 has been a massive success. See you later.